Hi, everybody. Good evening. Do you know, I'm going to tell you this. This is how tired I am. Do you know I was sitting here talking to you and I wasn't even live? I think I'm just tired. Anyway, good evening. Thank you guys for coming. Hi, Antoinette. Hi, Marion. Hi, Magnolia. Welcome back, everybody. And hey, Alexis, how are you? Yeah, Melissa's a psycho. Magnolia says, I rewatched the first Dave and Melissa skit. She kept saying Amber was butt naked, and she was persistent with it, right? And Dave corrected her about 4 times. I watched that skit too earlier, and 4 times to say she wasn't naked. And then remember, Melissa didn't want to go in the air, right? And then Magnolia continues. So it really makes me question her memories with Dave now. That's what I was doing too. Hi, Denise Frazier. How are you? Hi, Deraine. And I agree, Magnolia. It's like, wait a minute. She's off, her rocker, as best we can tell, after she had her crash out. So I'm questioning her memories also. And then I thought about, uh, I think it was you, Magnolia, or Marion. No, Angela Atkinson said, remember when Shayla used to have the daydreams? So all this stuff is coming back, right? And it's like, okay, now we have another Shayla on our hands, but worse, 10 times worse. So, hi, Taran. Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in. Hey, Angela Atkinson. So, Magnolia, I agree. I went back and I watched the skit with the attorney when they were standing on the sidewalk. Hi, Vanetta. How are you? I don't think Dave slept with her. I think she imagines they were together. He told her they were professional. And see, that's the trick part for me, Vanetta, because he kept saying business first, business first. And so that said to me, maybe something happened, but hi, Trap Star. Maybe something happened, but he keeps telling her business is first. That's side stuff. So I'm still trying to make sense of it, but I do like your comment. Trap Star, I missed you too the last couple of days. I thought about you. I was like, where's Trap Star? I said, she doesn't love me anymore. She left me. Anytime I don't see you guys, I think that. So oh, you swamped at work. Happy to catch up. What I've missed, I don't know, but we've been here, and Wayne is just dropping all kinds of things like new laws to give Amber a legal separation. She told Amber she's legally separated, and then she gives some strange piece of the law. Um, you can't stay out at night. Hi, Almez. Welcome in. How are you? It's good to see you too. It's good to see you. So she's given Amber parts like you're legally separated, but hey, he said skid cousins. So but you gotta go home at night. You can't stay out. So it sounds like Wayne's making his own laws because it is Wayne's world. It's not the state of Georgia. It's Wayne's world. So is he sending us a message? Because on O'Neill TV, we used to Google all the laws and everything. As I'm glad, and we're not keeping you late tonight. And I'm going to bed tonight. I am exhausted. But think about it. It's like, okay, Wayne, what's really going on here? But I think he's like, this is my world and I will make the laws. Does anybody else get that impression? Because he just threw that out there. Like, Amber is legally separated. Period. You know? Did anybody else pick up on that? Yes, Marion. It's Skitland law. Anything goes. I don't trust Wayne. What is Wayne up to? Derain says, hi, Trap Star. Hey, Trap Star. Vanetta says, I like Dave and Amber together. I do too. She is happy. Amber's been through a lot. She finds a little happiness. I heard a comment. I did go on the replay of the moderator night because I missed moderator night. And hi, Nature. Welcome in. It's been a crazy zigzag day, you know? Angela Atkinson, the Wayne's World can make it do what it wants because it's his world. And I think that is exactly what he's saying. Like, this isn't the state of Georgia. This is my world. You guys have anything on that? Yeah, he can make up what he wants. And just like I'm always saying how old Kai is, right? Kai would have been 7 months old if he had been born, based on the date that Shayla supposedly climbed in his bed. Hi, Dolly. Welcome in. Skitland plans. Yeah, and I posted a comment on my community section for people, just maybe they didn't see the skit or something. But I think Wayne is telling us this is my world and these are the laws. What do you guys think? So, let me go up a little bit. I think he's telling us, I don't operate based on the state of Georgia. I'm like, oh, I mean, not a bad thing. I mean, it's his imaginary world. Okay, let's see what we have. I really don't want the writers to tarnish Dave. Nature, I don't either. However, I know he seemed so guarded, like he wanted to tell his story, but waiting for the right time. Is that what we see, a guarded look? Is that what it is? Because he is hesitant about saying certain things, and he's very deliberate in what he says and what he doesn't say. So, yeah, Dolly, I posted something on my comment board that says, basically, remember, this is Wayne's world. So if he wants to say, she's legally separated, so be it. We have to go along with it and stay in our lane, right? It's been an interesting turn of events today. Amber got some wins today, and Shayla is the CEO of the podcast, self-appointed. It's been a day. Yeah, Skitland plays in their own lane. I did start. I Duran, welcome in, welcome in. I don't think it's a dream. I think she was his piece when he didn't have anyone. Because I went back and looked at that one also, and it does sound like they fooled around before, but it's not what she envisions it to be or have been or will be. You guys, you want to chime in on that? Like, we got all these pieces today. So, hi, Miss Fatal. Welcome in. Welcome in. Hi, Dolly is here tonight. We're not staying up late tonight, ladies. It's been a very long day, Miss Faye. Marion says, I think Dave will tell Amber more. Yeah, as they get closer. And Amber will eventually reveal her secret. But I mean, they're not close enough yet, So I can see that they're seeing the comments and know it's a risk to put Anthony back with Shayla, which was the plan, but the fans aren't on board. He does watch these comments and he watches his numbers, whether they go up, whether they go down, just like he did last year. I'm sorry. Somebody's walking past my door. Excuse me for a minute, you guys, okay? I have to cough. Okay. Let's see. You still want a free gin? No, that man is shisty. Okay, Tyran. Tyran said that man is shisty. I like it. I like Dave. I don't know. Except we know he's gonna get dirtied up. But yeah, Melissa was crushed when she asked why Amber. But he did give her a straight answer, didn't he? He didn't mince words. He just delivered the message using my word, and I'm taking credit again. Where where's Gigi? Gigi, that's my word. Where you at, girl? Um, but he was straightforward with her. And I thought, okay, Dave. Hey, Dave. Hey, Dave. Wayne has been divorced. Perhaps he may have some legal acknowledgement about the divorce process. I could only assume. Yes, he has been divorced. And we won't go into his personal things tonight. It's too late, too tiring. But let's see. Melissa meant peace, not peace. I think I picked up like the tail end of what she said about the piece. She said Dave had been her piece, like PEACE, her piece. And then did she mean she was both his PIECE and his PEACE? Because Dave seems quite at peace and at ease with himself. So when she was telling Dave that, what was she talking about? So part of it, I get her piece. I didn't mean to say that, but her part, and then the first part being his piece. Which piece is that? So I took the PIECE and put it with Dave, and the PEACE and put it with her, and that's how I came up with peace/peace. I don't know. This is Wayne's World, but we're gonna keep it straight. We're gonna watch it. We're gonna pay attention, and we're gonna figure it out. I mean, he threw some stuff out there today. Yes, she thought she was more than a side piece. She did, Tyran. She thought she was more, but she knew all the other women who had come and gone, come and gone. And she's always on the sideline, kind of like Sunny. You know how Sunny is? It's like Sunny is afraid to step into the main woman role. So she manages to put herself on the sideline. And Sunny does that on purpose. And I picked that up a while back with Sunny. Nature, how's it going? Each state has its own jurisdiction and requirements for the divorce process. But in this case, because we've looked at Georgia law, I've looked at Georgia law separately for divorces. O'Neill's channel has looked at it. So I think my point is Wayne says this is his world. Keep in mind think about how many times Wayne has said my world in maybe the last 3 weeks. He keeps reiterating my world. Well, not my world, Wayne's world. Wayne's world. And what is it? His life or whatever he's saying. And it sounds like numbers equal dollars. Of course they do, Vanetta. My grandchild's asleep. Okay, that's good. That's good, Dolly. So you understand what I'm saying? He's telling us this is my stuff. So I get to do what I want to do. I think Wayne's sending us a message, honestly. I do. And we know he watches. We know they watch, his people watch. And he might also like get reports or something of what's going on. Because he does make the adjustments as the audience feels. So if anybody differs with that, because we know each state, nature have their own laws, but I think he's playing by his laws, his rules. But after watching everything we saw today, and then all of a sudden, Amber's legally, divorced, and Amber's like, "What do you mean?" Basically, she's looking like, So, or was it an error by the actor? But no, they would have edited it out, right? So I think we're moving in Wayne's law also, because Kai is 7 months, and he said, nope, Kai is staying Anthony's son. I'll see about that. I don't know. That might be a part of Anthony's wrath that's coming. So anyway, let's see. Magnolia says Dave is semi-retired player. That's what I've been saying, because players do get tired, and then they want, after they've built whatever they're building, they want a wife, but they want somebody that they are equally yoked with. And Dave and Amber seem to be equally yoked, especially when she tells him she wants to be a wife. She was born to be a wife. Dave likes that. And he sees that Amber is not starving for money, and he sees that. Guys pick up on that. They know if you're broke or not. They just know. So I hope they don't. I know that Wayne's not going to leave his character perfect. We know that. It's not going to happen. I'm hoping we get a twist where Melissa actually does crash out and maybe comes after Amber, not catches her and hurts her, or goes after Dave, or something's going to happen. Or even, what if Melissa, right now, I don't think Melissa's in the mood to go tell Danielle anything. I don't know about you guys. What do you think? She's too busy crashing out. And then I think the path may be to be with Shayla and Anthony, then Amber to be freed from the marriage. It is causing an uproar because most of the viewers are not ready or feel prepared. Nature, I agree. And Magnolia, I think it was you and Angela Atkinson and Juanita, a few people. Hope was here. And we were talking about, like, if they were to split the Daltons apart and let them legally separate, because they've trashed that marriage so badly. How do you rebuild that? And then you've got a man who's empty, and then you've got a broken woman, and nothing is working. Like, absolutely nothing. Everything is out of sync about the marriage. I mean, we know God can rebuild anything. We know that. But again, we're playing in Wayne's world. Maybe he wants to break them apart and bring them back together, for all we know. I mean, I'm just thinking out loud here, guys. I don't know, and they don't give us any insight to anything. So that's why I'm so happy that I have such, great subscribers, followers. I don't like to use that word because I see you more as like a sisterhood. My friends, my online friends. That's what I see. So I don't like to say subscribers. I think you guys are a lot closer to me, like kind of like my family, Um, and I'm wondering, is he going to put them back together? But so, Nature, if he did that, what would be the consequence to Shayla and to Anthony? Are they ever going to face any kind of discipline, any kind of punishment, any kind of wrath? I mean, if Shayla loses Amon, yeah, that would be a big deal. But and I don't like to use the word karma, but for these reasons, I'll say karma. So what's their karma going to be like if Wayne does put them back together? So I think Wayne's got to pull some spaghetti off the walls. In other words, the fact that Dave was straightforward with Melissa, it made me think that all of those memory flashback footages was in Melissa's head. We came to that conclusion today. Most of us, I believe all of us did, that it was in her head. Because at first when he was talking to her, I mean, there was something there, but it's always business first. And then I think any kind of hanky-panky is secondary, right? So, but when she kept saying, and Nature, I mean, I'm sorry, Magnolia went back and looked at it again today. Also, when she kept insisting Amber was naked, Amber was naked, Amber was naked, it's like, Amber's not naked. She had on a robe, but yeah, underneath maybe. But why is that stuck in that lady's brain? We know now, don't we? Crash out. And just like she has that vision board, Shayla has a Pinterest board, right? Shayla's got a Pinterest board, her vision board. is on Pinterest. Keep that in mind. That's Shayla's crash out board. Let's see. I'm glad your grandbaby is there. Um, Dave is a semi-retired player. I think so. And then I really want to know about the Arizona girl that they made a big deal of. Maybe Melissa ran her off. That's what we thought about today earlier because I did like a quick skit. I mean, a quick skit. I'm tired. I'm sorry. We did a quick thing, and they just she's zooming in on this Arizona, and if you look at Dave's face, he's like, yeah, she was. And I'm thinking after the special I did earlier today, I'm thinking, does he think Melissa did anything? I'm trying not to overthink it, but did Melissa make that lady go crazy? Or what happened with that? Or what did he just happen to pick up, a stray? Let's see. Miss Fatale said the fact that, oh yeah, straightforward. He was very straightforward. And then don't forget, oh yeah, I love that, Marion. He said Amber was divine connection. But even Melissa told him Amber. No, he said Amber was God sent. Dave said Amber was God sent to him. And then the divine, what was it? Magnolia, the divine, divine, was it divine connection? Maybe it was. Or intervention, whatever it was. But Dave actually told her that Amber was God sent to him, like for him. Whew, it was a lot today, but I got to digest it so it can calm down in my brain. So I'm going to watch the Amber skits again today, or tonight, because it is like 9:23 here on the West Coast. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thanks, Gwen. Good evening, my dear. That's what I said, Miss Fatale. Yeah, Magnolia. Okay. And then Dolly says Melissa probably was there in between what he broke off with. Yeah, exactly. That's where she would be. When he would break up with somebody, there she would be. And then remember Melissa's first crash out when she was sitting there banging her head. And I kept thinking, is she worried that something's going to trigger him again and she's got to clean up the mess? But no, it was the fact that here comes another woman to take Dave away, is what I'm seeing. And I think the majority of you are seeing, right? Let me get this comment out of the way here. And Nature says Dave was correcting Melissa and said it was only business between them. But Nature, he kept saying business first. Because every time he would say it, I'd be thinking, why does he keep saying business first? Almost like business first, and then there's something second. And, and then when they had that conversation together, which I'm going to play again later, you guys can watch it. We can watch it here, or I can just watch it, later. But so I'm just trying to make sense out of all those skits today. It was a good day. It was extremely interesting on the part of Dave and Melissa. I thought, it's like, okay. And Dave is very good at dropping clues. He's good at that. It's like he gives us hardly anything to deal with, and except for his facial expressions, we can tell. Nature says Dave was correcting Melissa. And he said it was only business, but he just kept saying business first. And that makes me think, what's after business if you keep saying business first, business first, business first? Turan, but to him, she was his piece, his PIECE, but his side piece, and she wants to be his main woman. Dolly, yes. She said she is still screening his calls. Yeah, from the girl from Arizona. So which other calls is she still screening? Because she was actually talking about the girl from Arizona when she said, I'm still screening her calls. Like we're not done with that lady yet, basically. If you look at it, you'll see it falls into line with the Arizona girl, lady, whoever she is. Marion, peace, because she said she never said anything about the other girls exactly that he brought home. So that tells me that business first, hanky panky is second. They threw a lot out there at us today. And she was always there, you know, after the other woman was gone. I was always there. But the images in her mind, I think, were blown way out of proportion because I don't see him. Did you see where he was carrying Melissa the way he carried Amber? I don't see that with Melissa. I mean, even if she was his side piece, can you see him carrying her like he carried Amber that night? Can you see that? That's a little too intimate for her to just be a side piece. You know, I think anyway. So Dolly says, yes, she's still screening the calls. And I did miss moderator night tonight, and I apologize. I wasn't there. I actually forgot about it. Um, I was supposed to send a message to Sharon, but she might be tired. Okay, and so let's see. What do you guys think? Tell me what you think. Melissa was probably there in between when Dave broke it off. She was. She said that to him when they were having that conversation on the stairs, near the stairs, or wherever it was when they were talking after Amber left. That's what she said. And then, let's see. Okay, Trapstar says Amber should ask her lawyer to send that to her in writing. The lawyer did say, I went back and I rewatched it, Trapstar. She said she's going to the office to, I guess, make corrections or revisions to the paperwork for the divorce. And then, of course, you're going to get them in writing. But this is Waynesville. But I think she'll get them in writing. But she did say she was redoing the paperwork. And yes, she should definitely get it in writing, Trapstar. So let's make sure it's in writing because Anthony knows, I'm sure, who it is based on the paperwork. But I don't know. That lady was very convincing to me. She wasn't like as shisty as with Ernestine and Jay. Um, and then she was like, you put up with this from your husband, kind of like, you know, a woman would talk to another woman who's been through like so much. So the lawyer actually convinced me, but then we know she's in it for the money, and Anthony is going to have to pay them because she's suing him for the legal fees. But yeah, I agree. Make sure she puts it in writing that she's legally separated and she dates it today because Amber didn't know. And it was clear Amber didn't know. She's like, like looking like I'm separated. I'm legally separated. So it should be in writing. That's a big piece that we should keep an eye on also, right? Vanetta says she kept saying Dave is different this time because she could see it. And she never, she's talking about how he used to grab her wrists, or catch her gaze across the room or whatever. But her whole ball of wax was there's something different about Amber. Amber's got his attention, is I think what Melissa was saying. So she's watching him and she knows Amber's got his attention. And then Vanetta says, I'm sorry, Nature says Dave needs to keep tighter boundaries with women, especially employees, because He wouldn't want others to view him and not approach or cause a problem for his business's image has to be right. And that's very, very true. Um, and the other thing that caught my eye today, we did talk about it earlier, was the conversation with Amber when Amber was leaving. And Dave kept saying, Amber's asking him about Melissa having access to his house, like just open access to Dave's house, because Amber wasn't feeling that. And if you notice, she didn't let it go either. She just kept with it. And he just said, basically, don't worry about Melissa, almost like she's part of the wallpaper. Did you guys pick that up in that particular skit? And she just, you know, don't worry about Melissa. She's just here. No, Melissa's more than just there. Melissa's more than just there. Okay, and then let's see. What's a good call, Trapstar? What did you say, Trapstar? Did I miss your comment? Amber, oh yeah, put it in writing, absolutely. Then we have Dolly. Dolly says, Gwen, I remember when she said that about the woman from Arizona. I agree with you, Nonya. It's Wayne's World and his rules. And I think he's showing us this is Wayne's World. This is not Georgia state law. This is Wayne's World's law. I would also verify with another attorney and judge on the legal separation. I wouldn't just take a verbal word for it. But, keep in mind, I mean, if she makes a big mistake like that and she puts it in writing, Trapstar, like you stated, because she does need to put it in writing because Amber didn't know. We didn't know. And I think Wayne just dropped that in the mix, right? Because maybe they're making a twist to the storyline. So let's make sure she gets that in writing, because otherwise, I mean, she's still having an affair. Anthony had his affair. He's got his baby. So, and the judge is not going to send you away with nothing, especially if your husband is super rich. You got to do something really devastating. So right now they got equal playing field? We got a whole baby and then a new affair. It doesn't make it right, and I don't like cheating, but it's Wayne's World and his divorce courts, I guess. So just trying to keep it straight. But I think verifying a Trapstar is a great idea, because this just came out of the blue today. Am I losing my voice, guys? Marion says they have a lot in common. Plus, Dave likes Amber's business senses or something. Doreen says, I still think Amber and Dave need to go somewhere and just have a good time. Don't spend the night. I agree with that. Stop going to his house. Okay. They need to stop that. Dave, I need you to put a stop to that, because right now you're not protecting Amber by her coming to your house. You're not protecting Amber. Yeah, Melissa can grab Anthony. She can have him, Magnolia. Just don't tell on him. And taking her to the fair, I didn't like that. I mean, I thought that was bold. And for somebody to say that protection is in his DNA, why do you have Amber out in the open like this? That didn't sit well with me, that part. And I have said it. I wasn't feeling that. Even though Amber had fun, I didn't like her being out there like that. And I'm not worried about Trey so much, just that, like, whoever said it today made a brilliant point. What if Anthony had been out there with Shayla and Kai and saw Amber with Dave? Nature says, I wonder who the crazy woman in Arizona. Yeah, that was that you that said it today, Nature? That it could be Brittany? I don't know if Brittany has anything whatsoever to do with the skits anymore. I have seen a couple of posts from her on IG, but it's just her with a friend, and they're having fun and stuff. Brittany does a lot of dancing. I don't know. I think maybe ballroom dancing or something like that. Some formal dancing. But it could be Brittany. Brittany, I think, kept a black book. She was divorced too. I wonder who. Oh, I wonder who her husband was for her story in the skit. I like that. That's a great question. We're gonna keep our eye out for that one because she was divorced, and I'm not gonna even try to think of all the stuff that Brittany said. Not right now. I was exhausted, but yeah, she was. She was. Let me hide this comment. It could be Brittany if she's gonna come back into the storyline for a little while. That would be, and Kelvin's back. So let's see. Vanetta says he tested her when they were in Charleston with taking her shopping, and she turned him down. I knew she was going to turn him down about that. Amber's not going to let you take her shopping. Dolly says Melissa probably knew those other women were temporary, but Dave is saying him and Amber have a connection and share the same interests. Melissa, it sent her to her breaking point because Amber is now a danger. Facebook, we ready for them papers? Is that what they're saying on Facebook, Magnolia? I went on there today, but I ended up looking at something else instead. Please hit the like button. Thank you. Like Sister Sledge, we are family. Yes, my song. I love that album, Dolly. Let's see. I got all my sisters with me. Yep. I love Sister Sledge. Let's see. Could it be Amber is the first woman Dave allows in his home and bed in a while? I think so. I get that. I get that feeling from him. Like maybe he was a player when he was younger, but he's built his empire and maybe he's ready. Remember, he said all he needs now is his queen when he was showing Amber around the man cave area. And so that was an interesting statement for him to make, I think. Hi, One Journey. Welcome in. Welcome in. One Journey is in the house. Everybody, please say hi to One Journey and please visit her page. Okay, she's got an awesome page. She really does. One Journey is a moderator for O'Neill TV as well. I am here, One Journey, and I miss moderator night, but I'll talk to O'Neill and, hopefully it'd be okay. Remember when Amber asked Wayne, would he go back to his ex? Wayne told Amber, but y'all still together. Is that what he said? He said that to Amber that day? And is that why Amber just kind of went and walked off? I got to look at that, Marion. That would be a great catch. Because I know he don't want to remarry Gina. I don't think so. Gina's not the one to play with. Miss Fatale, so do you guys think that they really slept together? I think he did. I think so. Because they had that conversation in the living room after Amber left. Not the one where they went outside, but when she was, or was it, God, I can't even think. They had a conversation and so we know that something happened. We know that because she said, she was always his peace. No, they were sitting outside and she was saying how she was his peace and he was her peace. But he was making her like happy. So yeah, I do. Yeah, something did happen. I would say yes. Anybody want to just correct that or make any additions to it? But Wayne told Amber, but y'all still together. Marion, I gotta go look at that skit again if I can find it. Can't find it tonight. But what karma can be seen in minor and major levels? Well, we know Shayla's is in minor levels. It's easy. It's the slow kind that percolates forever. Well, karma can be seen in minor and major levels. Certain things happen to Ant, such as his loss of his firstborn with Amber. That's true. But is he seeing it as that? Would be my question nature. Like, Didn't she say something about him not addressing it, like not addressing the loss of their child recently? You got too many skits in my brain. But certain things happened to Anne, such as losing firstborn with Amber, which could be the reason, could be seen as wrath, if in spiritual sense. He was storming. He didn't even seem like he cared when Amber lost the baby. To me, he didn't seem, you know, I guess he was too busy with Shayla in his ear, you know, because I remember being like, my goodness, what kind of man is this? And your wife just lost your baby. So, if, but Facebook isn't playing, they want the divorce, really, Dolly? I went yesterday and I went today, but I didn't like get into the comments to read them because I was rushing around all day. Dave's body language was definitely saying it was something more than business, but maybe not her flashbacks. Because if you think about it, a lot of what we saw was like kind of similar to what, the little bit we saw with Amber. But that lady's mind was like so deep into this romantic love affair. Because I was thinking, wow, they sure were getting busy, basically. And then we see her tear up her visionary board. Yes, she does. I got to look at Facebook, Dolly. I haven't been on there. I want to see what they're shouting and screaming about. Magnolia, you've been on Facebook? Magnolia's a warrior, guys. Dave's body language. Yeah. Um, Dave's body language was definitely saying it was something more than business, but maybe not her flashbacks. And then Marion is saying, I don't think it's Brittany. She doesn't seem like the type to go crazy. No, yeah, that's true. She's not the type to go crazy over a man. She'll go crazy and talk smack to them like she used to do Dalen. But I kind of miss Brittany, even though, when she was here, I'd be mad at her all the time, but I do miss Brittany. And let's see, what else do we have? Um, yeah, I don't think so. And it didn't seem like she liked her ex-husband very much, but didn't she have to pay? I forget. I don't even want to try to remember that right now. I'm just tired. Gwen says, I think he was upset when he saw the blood. Oh, when he saw the blood, but after she lost the baby, he didn't care. Yeah. And it was just for me so like cold, Anthony. He didn't give her any comfort. He didn't. And nor did he they didn't even grieve. Like, it's kind of like you just get over it. Yes, we do want the divorce, Vanetta. We want the divorce. We want the divorce. But I mean, if Wayne splits them up, he might put them back together. Because I mean, that is his flagship couple. People do love the Daltons, but at this point, the Daltons are broken. And if the Lord doesn't step in to fix them, they're going to remain broken. Amber did hesitate a little bit when the attorney told her, this was final. That's the one I just finished rewatching. But she paused, but I thought it was more of a, am I doing the right thing at first? But I think it was just more of acceptance. And I was watching her and she says, okay, like it clicked in her head that she's really doing this and they're doing it now, basically as soon as they can do it. And I like the fact that the attorney asked her, oh no, the attorney didn't ask her. Amber told the attorney she'll be fine, and without me trying to repeat it word for word, because I can't right now. I'm just, um, she wants her freedom. And basically, if Dave doesn't work out, it's okay. The alleged affair is what the lawyer called it. But Amber did put that in there, and I was so happy she said it because we know people are going to say She's getting the divorce because of Dave. But she specifically said she wants her freedom. And I was so happy that she said that line because we stick to everything they say in the skits, right? I mean, we hear what they say. And Amber made sure she put it in there that she will be fine even without Dave. And that for me was a big up. That was a big up because at first it sounded like, oh, I'm just doing it for him, to get, so I want to be with this guy. But then Amber said, basically, this is for my freedom. And I was happy she said that. So people can't come back and say, oh, she just did it to be with Dave. She made that very, very clear that even if it doesn't work out with Dave, she wants her freedom. I live on Facebook for the skits. Okay, Magnolia. I did last year. I would alternate back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But yeah, I'd be in Facebook more than YouTube last year. And I'd be tagging Wayne. I'd be tagging Amber. I'd be tagging, tagging, tagging. And finally, I don't know if you remember Magnolia. Amber said, please don't DM me. I can't read them all. She said that in one of her lives because we were tagging up a storm. Dolly, let's see, Facebook don't be playing in their comments about the ANA skits. That's right. You better be ready to do battle when you go to Facebook because they ain't playing. I'm one of those people that would put the little video skit people in there and make the faces and oh yeah, I was one of those people. The loss of a child could be not the right time for Amber because let's say spiritually God was displeased. I'm only no. Actually, that has occurred to quite a few people. I am only saying this to hypothetically say for the story, not reality. God, as God blesses, He can take. No, that this comment that you just made has been made by. I know I've not said it, but I have heard it, and it's true because God was displeased, and that I do believe can happen. I mean, I believe it God can do anything. So it doesn't surprise me. Not one bit. Amber grieved alone. Yes, Magnolia, she did. Neither Amber nor Aunt fully grieved it, but maybe Amber alone. I think when you lose a child, I've never lost a child, but I would think that if you do lose a child, some kind of way you're going to grieve it. Something's going to come out of you. Something's going to if you I guess if you hide it deep down, deep enough, you can and not have to emotionally deal with it. But again, I don't know. But I would think that's something that you're going to carry on the inside for a long time. We hope not. And Dolly says, I check Facebook because sometimes the skit shows up. Yeah, it does before it shows up here. Absolutely. Especially when Drunk Jay is dropping the videos, as they like to put it in Country Wayne World. But yeah, I always check Facebook. Well, not always, not anymore, since I'm doing this now. But yeah, you'll usually find it. If it's missing in YouTube, you can typically find it in Facebook. She quickly tried to replace that grief by seeking the new child to get baby David adopted. Aunt didn't want to adopt a child. This also caused friction in their marriage. We talked about that today, Nature. Yes. And then you had Shayla running around just wrecking every boxcar on that freight train she could find. I wish Amber consulted with Aunt at the time. He was too into Shayla and her baby and all the nonsense she was planning in Anthony's head and the demands he was making and this is not like to feel sorry for Anthony because I don't. But Shayla was just nagging and nagging and nagging. I mean, who tells a man, well, basically, why are you being intimate with your wife and I'm carrying your child? Yeah. I mean, Shayla was a hot mess. She was. She was something else. And then, it's like, do we not remember what Shayla was doing inside that marriage to destroy it? I mean, she went in there with a small wrecking ball that just kept growing and growing and growing. She took a sledgehammer to that brand new marriage. I mean, and I will say that because Shayla did start it. Anthony continued it. And then Amber's dirt popped up and it continued and it grew. So let's put lay the blame at the feet where it belongs. Um, they can't be happy because it's boring, and they can't fight all the time because it's been done to death. It's time for some new blood in that storyline. Um, he pays Sheho 20K per month to sit home and get gassed. He can pay Amber for all the pain he caused her. I love that, Vanetta. I love that. But he's trying to control the narrative. You're not getting my money. But if you go to court, I know people who go to court and they had, wealthy spouses, and the judge would say, why are you well, two people, why are you walking away with nothing? Mm-hmm. That's in my state anyway. I don't know about Wayne's World, but yeah, they want to know, why are you walking away with nothing? Why are you not asking for anything? Mm-hmm. So judges aren't as dumb as we think, especially in a blue state. I mean, they're like more apt to ask you, I think, um, because they don't want it to come back and bite them in the behind when it's time to vote. Yeah, I said that, when it's time to vote. She did ask him, but he said he's not sure it's the best idea. Did it anyway, regardless of his feelings. He went along eventually to please her. And you see, he was not in a hurry to bring the baby back. And maybe that was God's will. Maybe it wasn't time to bring baby David back. And then Nature says, Magnolia, speak on it. It's right. Happy, it's not good enough. And fighting is too much and agony. To fight all the time, it is agony. Yeah, to live in a bad marriage it ain't easy. And marriage is hard enough with a good person. That one was my turnoff with Anthony when he was cold after Amber lost the baby and was attentive to Shayla. It was my turnoff too, but it got worse. The more they went on with that relationship, the more I could not stand Anthony and Shayla. I couldn't stand them. And then Piari, and then Wayne. They're over there just kikiing it up. And I'm looking at these people like, you know. So yeah, Wayne, you broke it. Let's fix it. Let's do something. Um, Magnolia says, yes, Nature. Where can you go with them? Apart, they can grow with others. And then, I've never lost a child, only had one. And then, where's your grandbaby? Your grandbaby sleeping, Dolly? Okay. And then Nature saying, to Magnolia, I was hoping that the writers would show that they grew from all of this. That's what we expected. But I think maybe they just kept taking a wrecking ball to it. And then maybe Wayne said, let's break it, and give us something new, because you can't just keep rehashing the same thing over and over and over, you know. But it seemed to worsen between them, to the point, as the lawyer said, no return. And then I wonder if they are a match. They're not a match. Nature, they're not equally yoked at all. Anthony and Shayla are more equally yoked than Amber and Anthony. They're like night and day. And that's why I still wonder, who was Anthony when he came to Skitland, or Skitlanta is what I call it, as you guys know. Who was he really? Was he this guy that we see now? Or was he that fabulous guy that drove up in the Bentley? Which one is really Anthony? And he even sat there with Shayla like a cold fish half the time, you know? So, and she forced him to take her to Jamaica, because that's who Shayla is. She's forceful. Um, they needed to show them that they could overcome their pain. Growth must be done individually in order for it to be completed in marital terms. You are absolutely correct, Nature. Absolutely, 100%. Before you tried, like they did that family therapy, I thought, what are they doing? What kind of junk is this that they're putting out here? Because it didn't show them having any kind of individual therapy and then bring them together to see if they could work. Anthony's lawyer and him just threw this attorney out there that we know Anthony paid for, because all she talked about was Wayne, Wayne, Wayne. That's never. I think one time Shayla was mentioned, but Shayla was the wrecking ball that hit their marriage. How Anthony and Amber's dad was disagreeing in front of the lady. Dolly, I will never forget it. So when he showed up this time calling himself gonna check Amber, because how dare she do this to Anthony? Because you know that's what his attitude was. He came there to help Anthony. And then he saw how broken his daughter was. How Anthony and Amber's dad was disagreeing in front of the lady. He was rude, he was nasty. Anthony was late to the meeting, and the lady sitting there going, what's going on in this family? When Amber was trying to get David back. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's snowball between Anthony, Amber, and Shayla. Absolutely. Good night, everyone. Good night. Almez, good night. I know you have to go to work. Peace and love. Good night. Okay, Alexis. Alexis says, anybody know when the podcast is going to start? No, we're still waiting for the CEO to make her determination. And there's no furniture. What is Candace doing? There's no furniture in the podcast room still. Candace, you're going to get fired again. And Magnolia, let's see. Nature's saying, for me, I couldn't get past Anthony in love with Ro and using Amber. When he did that and he confessed his love to her, I mean, I took a real quick double take. I'm like, what did he just do? And I'm surprised Rolanda got past it, but as it turns out, it worked out for Ro. Shayla was acting like she was the wife when she was pregnant. She was. She was the most annoying character. And I kid you, I think people have got to be forgetting this stuff. They've got to be forgetting how terrible Shayla was in that marriage. But people like me, I'm like, get the information you need out of Shayla and leave her alone, because she is nobody's friend. Shayla is her own friend. Shayla's nobody's friend. Nobody's. Nature, he was still in love with her when he stood up in his yard after she left, after they spoke business, that he had messed up. He shouldn't have offered marriage to Amber. Right. Exactly. Because his proposal, and I've said this, and people are thinking, oh no, he's such a great guy. And I'm thinking to myself, did you guys see what he just did? Like, and now you're offering to marry her? It could make sense. Nature, he was still in love. I got that one. Magnolia, it was doomed from the start because Anthony's heart was still there, and he served Amber divorce papers. And I wonder, actually, should Amber have forced it at that point? Or should Amber have walked away? When he did that with Rolanda, and then the divorce papers that blindsided Amber, right? I don't know. I think maybe walk away at that point, because they could have just annulled it, but then there wouldn't be a storyline. So my grandchild has school tomorrow. Okay, Dolly. And please join me Monday through Friday for Have Tea with me at 9 a.m. and then Wine with me at 9 p.m. And I'm sorry it's at noon and it's at midnight, but I'm just trying to keep the calendar straight. Thank you so much, Gwen. And please hit the like button. Angela C., welcome in, welcome in. Good night, good night. I hope Amber doesn't get chatty about being able to date, because her lawyer said she can sue. No, she actually told her, Angela, that's what we were talking about as far as Wayne's World. Look at the video again, she told her she was legally separated. And that's why the internet blew up today. Because the attorney, correct me if I'm wrong, because we've been watching these videos multiple times today, because there's been so many, but they've been so good, that she's legally separated. And Amber said, I'm legally separated. Like, and that's why we're saying in Wayne's world, the laws, Wayne is telling us these laws apply because this is Wayne's world. This is not the state of Georgia. And that's like one of the biggest things that to me came out today when Wayne said, when that attorney said, Amber is legally separated. And she basically told Amber how it works. She told Amber she had to go home at night. She told her don't move her things out of the house. She's legally separated. So we were just talking about make sure that that attorney puts it in writing for Amber, because if that is the case, and then again, this is Wayne's World, and he's been saying his name lately a few times. Wayne's World, just throwing it off the cuff, like on IG or was it TikTok the other day? Welcome, join us in Wayne's World or something like that. He said, but he was just like passing through, and yeah. So if you look at the video again, Angela, she is legally separated. And Amber's going, like, what do you mean? So we've been talking about that all day. I kid you not. So yeah, I even put on my community board, this is Wayne's World. So he can make the laws as he sees fit. I love that heart, One Journey. That's the Red Cross heart. Thanks for saying that, because I always thought Amber and Anthony they're definitely unevenly yoked. Them two people don't have anything in common, except maybe they used to have some romance, They're not equally yoked. He's more yoked with Shayla than he is with Amber. And Wayne knew what he was doing when he hung out in the strip clubs. And don't forget what he told Amber in the bedroom. Women who work on their backs. Those are the women he considers women that work. So why did you even marry Amber in the first place? I mean, that's my question. Maybe because of Roe. No, they're not equally yoked. One Journey, excellent live. Until next time, take time to rest, relax, and rejuvenate. She has some of the best positivity messages. Thank you, One Journey. Going to bed after this shortly, and I know everybody's exhausted because it has been a long day. Have a good night, One Journey. And we'll see you tomorrow. Alexis. Hey, girl. Wayne's kids are not going to like to break with Tamara. I want to see, especially what's Melissa, Alyssa. I think that's her name. The one that did the flip for gymnastics or dance or whatever she was in. She really liked Tamara. Okay, and thank you. One Journey says thank you. You know what Michelle is like Melissa in the sense of seeing their bosses and clientele being with other women. That makes me wonder. I actually was wondering, was Michelle ever with Dave. Now Michelle got Danielle on alert to be watching Ben closely. Michelle she a little messy. I mean, she's protective, but then again, she's a little messy. So I'm still watching her. She seems happy that Amber's getting a divorce, and it's like, get out of that woman's business. Actually, you and Danielle, because they're not friends, they're associates. But Danielle is that anxious friend, and the one, she went off on Anthony, right? I'm sorry, I ain't gonna let you go off on my husband. I'll go off on him myself. So my friend can have a seat. Yeah, no, you don't get to talk to my husband like that. That would be like him letting some man go off on me, female or male, whatever it is. So you're not gonna go off on my husband. I was pretty surprised that she did that, but Wayne, whoever wrote it, they did that on purpose to show how it could be how Danielle needs a person in her life. Maybe that's why she's feeling the way. that Amber hasn't called her. You know, that kind of person you meet, they want to hold on to you for some reason. They want to call you all day and you don't even really know these people. But then when you do get to know them, you may not like them. Hmm. Okay. And so let's see. Michelle does have good intuition. She does. I just I'm sorry. You better take some medicine. I'm laughing. Deontay was saying CEO crash out emotional opportunity. Emotional opportunity. That's Deontay for you. When Anthony kissed Rolanda in the house right before Amber came in, Anthony was all over the place with his feelings. And when you're feeling like that, don't go get married to anybody. Due to legal separation. Angela, okay. Okay, girl. Thank you for that, lady. Nature Lauren was seeking Amon's male advice. You know, I understood what Amon was saying. And she's right. She ought to even know better. I'm sick of her. Then she couldn't get what she get messing with that crazy man. I'm laughing at Deontay. Yeah, CEO crash out due to legal separation. Okay, Angela, got you, girl. Dolly says, I'm sorry, Nature said to Dolly, yes, you're right. Anthony was not quite stable in his feelings, like he was contemplating to return to Roe. He was, but he felt like betraying his wife and abandoning his marriage. Roe made sense at the time. You're absolutely correct. These are skit laws. Yes, they are. Um, Let me rephrase it. Amber talks a lot. Hope she doesn't mention dating because her attorney said she can. Yeah, Angela, I agree. Just zip it, Amber. Zip it, zip it. Yeah, I agree. Um, you forgot One Journey. What's going on? What happened? Oh, you love the new thumbnail? I do too. Riri made them. Auntie Riri made them. She made one for Sharon and she made two for me, the tea and the wine. I'm not gonna leave them up until I get through the process with YouTube because they want to see your face, you know, when you first get monetized and all that. But I wanted to put them up because they're so beautiful. And Riri did, Auntie Riri did make them. So, but Angela, you're correct. I'm not, I'm like, wait, Ange, because I know you know the skits and stuff. I know you know. So that's cool. I mean, that's cool. Because I was like, wait, Ange. But then I'm like, she knows. So yeah. But thank you, One Journey. It is really cute, huh? So if you guys get a chance, if you just go on my channel page, you'll see all of my videos, but you'll see the new thumbnail up there. It's a caricature picture of me. And I have one hand, for night, there's a glass of wine. I don't drink, but there's a glass of wine. It's really cute. And then the one in the morning has a teacup and it says tea on the cup. It's really cute. I like it. I love it. But Angela, I hope she doesn't run her mouth. Yeah, just don't, Amber. But Amber was looking shocked because I rewatched those skits. I know you guys did too. Wayne's World is going to be his hashtag. Oh, is it Nature? Is he changing it to Wayne's World? He probably might. He's changing the laws in his imaginary city. Angela, please stop by my channel. Yes. Ange, have you been on One Journey's channel? Take a look at it. It's her channel is so cool. I wonder, how did she even think of this stuff, you know? So please take a look at One Journey's channel. I love it. Anthony's view of women is so flawed and didn't learn properly how to treat a woman. I really want to know his backstory because he said Amber was like his mother. And then they said his mother had two jobs. But then he's got a thing for cleaning women, which is with Shayla, but that fetish could have came from anywhere, you know. But yeah, agree nature. Anthony went into the marriage still having feelings for Rolanda, and Anthony would have went further if Rolanda had gave it to him because he definitely went there or tried to go there. Angela says, okay, One Journey. Yeah, please. Her page is nice, Angela. I love it. Melissa. Nature's just typed in Melissa. Okay, right or wrong, they throw those little things out so they can quiet the viewers. Yeah, we know, we know we're kind of warriors because Facebook actually lights up, and they do drive change because they're boisterous, they will unsubscribe. I mean, when they get mad on Facebook, they bring the heat. They really do. And because sometimes it's just not, it's not, it's not working and it needs tweaking, you know? Let's see. But anyway, Miss Fatal, yes, right or wrong, they throw those little things out so that they can quiet the viewers, just like they did with that raggedy DNA test that was full of errors because we kept shouting for a DNA test, DNA test. That DNA test was supposed to, number one, go to the Daltons' mailbox. And it came through on Anthony and Angelina because she's Shayla's whatever medical proxy, and it came through on their phones. And Amber specifically said, send it to the home address. So Wayne just threw it out there to shut the crowd up. He did, and we know he did. We know he did. The dance class, it's Melissa. Oh, Melissa. Lissa is Melissa. Okay. Because I did a short and I think Tamara had called her, no, I mean the teacher called her Liz. So when I did the short, I just put Liss, but I had a feeling it was Melissa or Alyssa. I thought it was Alyssa. But yeah, it's Melissa. Thank you, nature. Good night, One Journey. Rest well, One Journey, Angela says. Cool, good night. It's 1 a.m. in the USA. Oh, nature. And One Journey, good night. I'm going to cut out too. We're going to cut out pretty soon, guys, because I'm tired, but it's been a day. Yeah, I love One Journey's page. I was watching her do something. She's got this Mack truck on there and she's like driving it and it looks like it's real. And then she's got these other things and she's a gamer. She's a gamer on top of that. So her page is awesome. It's got good stuff in it. Okay, Dolly says, once again, some of what was said to Amber were from the comments. They were. They are in these comments. Our terminology, our phrases, they are definitely watching. They are watching. So don't be surprised if you see something you say in their comments. Don't be surprised. I mean, the first time I ever saw it was like last year. And I was like, that's got to be a coincidence. But no. And like Amber, I like to make musical shorts. Not saying they're watching me or anything, but they do use my words. But I put out a short when Amber was talking to Ernestine. And the short is the little short videos we do that are like 15, 30 seconds long, sometimes a minute. And Amber has dropped 3 song names because not many people put music. When I started my channel, I put music on the shorts. I just figured out how to do it and I did it. And I've been doing it. So Amber, she threw out Angie Stone. But it was so strange because I was thinking of an Angie Stone song. And I thought, this is bizarre. Because it was like when she decided to, and when she was telling Ernestine she was going to get a divorce. See, for me, that was a time when the fog finally lifted. When I got my first divorce, the fog had lifted. I was no longer confused. I was no longer unsure of whether I wanted a divorce or not. So immediately, she's got 2 songs that are about rain. And I was trying to remember which one to use. So, and I'll be doggone if Amber didn't say, the rain is stopped. The rain is gone. And that's an Angie Stone song. And I mean, that was just so, I got chill bumps. I got goosebumps when she said that because I immediately zoomed in on my own head because that's how I felt when I finally decided, yes, go get the divorce. It was like the fog lifted, the rain was gone. It was like a new day, and I just marched and went and did what I had to do. Okay, so Danielle said, thank you for listening to my little stories that I throw in here. If I talk too much, let me know. Dolly says, Danielle probably doesn't have many friends because of Ben, which is why Danielle wanted to latch on to Amber Yeah, some people want to latch on to you. And, I don't like that. But I think Danielle is one of those people too. Alexis, Tamara is going to, she's going to see red real soon. Alexis, you're right. She is. Tamara's going to be. I wonder if Tamara's going to turn into like harder, tougher because of what just happened with Wayne. You guys think that might happen? Um, yes, the thumbnail. Oh, you saw them, Gwen? Thank you. Because I saw Sharon's and then I hadn't had a chance, so I told Sharon I put mine on also. But I just wanted to put it out there, just so people can see it because Riri did a really good job on it, and I'm thankful she did it for us. Auntie Riri has been making some awesome thumbnails, and they're very catchy. They are. She's got a very good photographer's mind. She's very good with it. So yeah, I have two, Dolly. One is a wine glass and one is a teacup. I'm not going to leave them up, though. I'm going to take them down until I finish doing what I need to do. I'm going to subscribe to. Oh, thank you, Angela. Thank you for supporting us. I subscribe to your channel. Are you going to start a channel, Angela? Because I did. I hope you saw it. I subscribed to your channel and I said, "Oh, you're going to oh girl, yes. We watched that vision board like I watched it three times. No, four times. We watched it. Why did you want to see it, Angela? I know you saw it. But yeah, we did I didn't do a review on it. It's just been like so busy with so many skits. Oh yeah, we saw it and we thought about Magnolia said it reminded her, of when the tie crashed out. She went ballistic. But we also came to the conclusion that girl, that all that stuff didn't happen. Kind of like when Shayla used to daydream, but on a 10, like when Shayla used to have her daydreams. But yeah, she's nuts. She's in. I wish you had been here today, but I know you're probably at work. But it was way out watching her crash out. We watched it here, and then we watched it separately. I watched it again, and then I put it on a second time. It was so good. And that Angela, that young lady has been on TV. I can't remember what she was on, but I'm sure you've seen her probably somewhere. And it's been a while though, but those big eyes, she's been in like one of those scary movies of some sort. Aunt Dolly says I didn't comment on Facebook because they be going back and forth. I just watched the skit. So I had to get away from Facebook last year because they go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And they go hard. It's like, but Facebook is full of warriors. So, and there's more Amber fans on Facebook too. I mean, they go hard. Like, don't be playing. Right, Magnolia? Magnolia's a warrior. Miss Fatal, what I don't like about Facebook is the viewers will attack you personally in a heartbeat, and they will. So you got to be ready to attack back or just, find a way to not deal with it because they try to attack on YouTube also. Ain't going to work. So if you go on Facebook, I mean, it's not horrible, but they will come for you. So not a whole lot of them, somebody will be a smart aleck. Just check them. They'll leave you alone. They're they're internet bullies. Not all of them on Facebook. I'm not saying that. I just mean in general, just throughout the internet. There's so many internet bullies sitting behind some typewriter screen, right? I watched Melissa again before I got on here, Dolly. It's so good. It's like I don't want to watch her before I go to sleep because I don't want to dream about her. Believe it or not, this stuff gets stuck in your head, as you guys might already know. What I don't like, and they will attack you personally. Yeah. Melissa is going to need some sedatives and a vacation. Dave and Amber, watch out. Watch out. Let's see. Nature says, did you know or anyone have that song? Boy, you should know that I've been watching you. Um, you should know I've been watching. I know the song. If I can pull it to my playlist. Oh, that's pretty cute. Nature, that's a good idea. I've been watching you. Who is that singing that song? Um, I'll look it up. All I do is think of you. I can't get it out. I'll look it up. Um, that I've been watching you because I mean I know the tune. Amber is Amber is watching you, Nonya. I don't know. She might be because I have been putting songs. And if you look at my page, if you look at the shorts, I put music to my shorts. I did cut back some because you don't want copyright strikes, okay? But I don't, knock on wood, I don't get any because I'll get a song and then I look it up in the YouTube list because there's a list of use these songs. So I will use it. If it comes up in from their database, then I use it. Boy, no, I've been watching it. I gotta look it up because it's right on the tip of my tongue. Let me write it down. I've been watching you. And I will if you had told me today I would have put it on that short. But I wasn't thinking about it. I was trying to get this short done. I've been watching you. I've been watching you. I'm sorry I can't sing, guys. But I do. But that's funny you say Amber is watching me. She might be because I sure did go find Angie Stone and I put it on my black and white short, the one with Ernestine and Amber. And I put it on there because that was the best song for that little conversation they were having when the fog was lifting. Mm-hmm. And I know Angela Powell, um, she loves Angie Stone. So she saw it, she heard it immediately when she was out looking at stuff that was put out that day. I wouldn't be surprised if Melissa tries to quit. You think she's going to walk away from Dave? Nature, you think she's going to try to walk away from Dave? Well, Nunya, I said Angie Stones wrote that song for what I went through too. Dolly, see? I mean, it's like some of these songs hit us. And maybe that's why I like music so much. But they hit us and they stick to us, you know? I mean, I'm not musically inclined at all, but I can take the skits and find a song. Or somebody will ask me to add a song. So I'll put the song in my playlist. And then when I see a skit, because I go through my playlist just, sometimes, and then I'll pick a song. When sometimes I already know the song, but I knew I needed an Angie Stone song. I knew it, and she said it. That was so incredible. Yeah, they read the comments. I had said that they needed to put Denisha in the room on the podcast. So she watched and told Tamara what is going on. The next day, she was in there at the lunch with Shayla, and Shayla was ticked off about it. They are watching us big time. There are too many times that it happens. Okay, when you saw them, mine and Sharon's, they're really cute. Melissa needs her position to be close to Dave so she won't quit. That's what I think too. I don't think she's gonna quit. And that's why she was hitting her head the other day, like, I gotta go through this again with Dave. It's another woman's in the picture. She's like just ready to crash out that day. Boy, today was good. Nature says Tamara usually stays level minded, but she will be more distrusting of men. And not let men get too close to her. She might start taking out her hurt on Damien. How will she do the podcast with Wayne? That's what I was wondering. Was she even still going to do it? Is she still going to do it? Because she's no longer Wayne's girlfriend. She is in real life, though. Okay, Alexis says, I leave my comments. You do, Alexis, I know. That's why I see your little heart now. You always have your name at the end of your comments. I see them. I see you. You see, I put hearts on your comments. And I love when I see you guys like in the comments. It's like such a good feeling because it's like it is a lot of work and you do the work and you want to share it with somebody because, usually I'll think, oh, that's a good idea, but nobody likes it because nobody looked at it yet, and then all of a sudden there's like, 1,000 people or something. I have to go look at my thumbnail. Okay. Thanks, Dolly. Okay, Nanya, I will watch the vision board later tonight. Oh, you didn't see it? Oh, well, it's kind of late. I'm going to go to bed because I did a live today also, which I don't normally do. And I think we were there almost 2.5 hours, Angela. So that's why I'm like exhausted right now. And that's why I'm on so early. Um, I mean, I know I come 9 o'clock here my time, but I don't want to keep everybody late. It's been a long day of skits today. It's been a good day, but a long day. Melissa's eyes were big like J Diva's. Angela, that lady, that she's been on TV, and I know where you live. I mean, we know where we live, so it was probably on our cable. Okay, Angela. Angela C. Nature is saying she apparently is good at her job, which Dave's friend said is not to get rid of her. Oh, okay, okay, but she seems to be rage, which may interfere with her work and be distracted by Dave and Amber. Yeah, she's not feeling this. And then Dave told Amber, just come when you want to come to his house. And Amber's like, well, Melissa can just walk in or whatever. So I'm waiting to see if he takes her key back. That's what I want to see. Is he going to take her key back? Dolly said, it just came to mind. Melissa's been on something. You've watched Dolly? She has. I've seen her. I mean, a few of them, we recognize them. But that girl I've seen. Wait, Ghost Town of DJs, my boo? Is that a song? What is that, Magnolia? Ghost Town DJs, my boo. Is that a song? Oh, Ghost Town DJs, my boo. I got booed up on one of them, and I'll just be putting the music on there that fits the song. So that's it, my boo, and it's Ghost Town DJs. Okay. See if I can find it. And if it's on the YouTube list of songs I can use, I will use it. I can see Melissa not saying a word to Amber when she sees her to avoid her. And remember, I am waiting to see if she tells Danielle. I kind of don't, I'm hoping she doesn't, because if Dave finds out that she told somebody and she's his personal assistant and she went running her mouth, Danielle, then I mean, not Danielle, Melissa, she might not have a job, especially if Dave finds out about it. Melissa's going to be toast because that ain't going to be a good look. But when she walked by Amber today, I don't know if you guys noticed. Well, you noticed. And she said, Danielle's waiting for you, or some reference to Danielle. In other words, call Danielle. And I'm thinking to myself, what is wrong with these two girls? How are you going to tell somebody what to do? Amber's not your bestie, Danielle's bestie, but she did. She told her, call Danielle. If you didn't see it, it's when Amber was leaving. And, she still had her pink robe on, and she was going up to get dressed or whatever. And she passed by her, and she wasn't nasty, but she told her, Danielle's either waiting on you or call Danielle or something like that. In other words, get in contact with Danielle. Right, Nonya, I can't watch Melissa again before I go to sleep. Yeah, I need to relax too. I'm like wound up. Are you guys wound up? Let me see. What did you say, Nature? Ghost Town DJs, my boo, who sings this song. Okay. Amber sung it with Anthony and Star. Oh, Dancing in the Kitchen. That's Amber's song. Okay. That's the song Amber likes. All right, I got you, my boo. Okay. Thanks, Nature. You're gonna really get me some notoriety, huh? Okay, please join me 9 o'clock on both 9 o'clocks on the clock, 9 p.m. and 9 a.m. or 12 o'clock your time and midnight my time. I'm gonna let you guys go because I know you're getting tired. No, I am. That's Anthony's theme song. Remember, he was dancing to it in Amber's room. Okay. Good morning, Sabrina. Good morning. Good morning. Okay, Angie Stone and D'Angelo. Okay. Yeah, married. They were married. And then what was so odd is that they died within a short period of time from each other. They did get divorced, but yeah, Angie Stone and D'Angelo. Hey Nonya just popped up for a minute. Hi Michelle B. What's happening, girl? For a minute. It's late here on the East Coast. But girl, what are they going to do with Melissa? But I am glad that she asked him, why is Amber special? Mm-hmm. And he told her, thank goodness. But that was good. Did y'all catch thank you, Michelle. Did y'all catch Dave calling Amber sweet lady? I did. I was like, what's he talking about, sweet lady? That's J-Mo's song. I sure did catch it. Mm-hmm. Magnolia, I picked that up. Yep, sure did. That was pretty good. And good morning, Sabrina. Dolly says, Miss Fatal, I thought it was Amber's song, and he tried to sing it to Amber the last time, but Amber wasn't feeling it. Okay, I don't know, but I will actually get the song and download it to the phone. And the other song, I've been watching. It's who is that sings that song? I've been watching you. Is that Brandy? I'll look. I'll figure out who it is. I really like music. I'm not a singer though. I write poetry. Okay, that's awesome. I can't write a poem to save my life. I wish I could. Angela said, I hollered. I mean, Magnolia said, Angela, I hollered. That was hilarious. It's called My Boo. I got it, Miss Fatal, by Ghost DJ. I got it. Okay, and then I wondered if Tamara was so and it's been for a minute that they've supposedly been an item. Yes, he did call her sweet lady, just like J-Mo. And I looked and I said, that's J-Mo's song to myself, you know. Melissa is more on the Dom side. Yes, she's kooky Taran. She's kooky. Hello, Carol. Hi, Carol. Hey. Melissa is obsessed with Dave for her to create that vision board. It's like Fatal Attraction. And we did talk about getting a rabbit, you know, Glenn Close, and putting it, her taking it over to the Dalton's house, to the mansion, and putting it in a pot of boiling water. None we need a tip on a short. I love Teddy P. I looked, I was looking at Teddy Pendergrass because I was looking for a song, but the song has to fit like in my little weak mind. So, because I am definitely a Teddy Pendergrass fan. I am from that school. Yeah, I'm a Teddy Pendergrass person. So I will keep looking, Dolly. I do watch out, and I did put a song that Dolly's parents like, which was Green Onions, on 2 shorts, because sometimes you need music and not words. And so sometimes you'll see my shorts if they're talking or something, but I don't really need to hear what they're saying. I'll turn the captions on and you'll see the captions going, right? And if Dave takes Melissa's key back, she is going to super bonkers. But she is nature. And Magnolia, do you remember if Dave mentioned anything about the key at all? Does Dave have an NDA? He should, as a businessman, he should. Magnolia, do you remember if the key was mentioned at all? Did Melissa ask him about the key earlier today? If you can remember, that would be cool, because I can't remember. My brain is too full of stuff. Erica and Dee, a short with Ushers and Alicia Keys' song My Boo. I use Usher on one song. On one short, because the song has to fit whatever the action is. That's how I pick the song. So when you give me a song, I'll like write it down, and then if I see something come through, because I'll go get your song and I'll put it in my phone in my playlist. We need to wind down. Okay, let's wind down. All right, Dolly. Sounds like a winner. And that look Amber gave Melissa made her uncomfortable. I think that was the look of fear because she don't want Danielle to know about her and Dave. And that has to be why when Amber was going, um, Melissa said what she said. Okay, have a good night, Angela. I'm going to crash out too very, very shortly. So have a good night and take care. And I'll see you hopefully tomorrow. Okay, Ange. Talk to you later. Okay, and then we've got I just took a nap. Oh, you just woke up, Carol? Oh, let me ready to go to bed. I'm tired. But you finally went to sleep, yeah? I'm glad you went to sleep, Carol. Staying up for 2 days, girl. Okay, D'Angelo was a nice looking brother. He was. I think he was heartbroken and also ill at the same time, maybe. And then she passed away. It's like Angie Stone and D'Angelo always said they were soulmates. Yeah, it's pretty sad. I love Monica. Never meant to cause you no pain. There we go. Because I was looking for a Monica song. And I was also looking for a Tamia song. But Tamia's song I needed, and it wasn't in the list. That's the only song that I ever was not able to use. And that was Tamia's song. It had to do with home. I forget the name of it. But let me get this. I never meant to cause you no pain. Okay, I got it. Monica. Thank you for that. I never meant to cause you no. I love, and I can't sing a lick. I mean, not one bit, but if I'm in here by myself, I think I can sing. I love that song, Love by Monica. Thank you for the suggestions because I do. I'm keep on doing my music. I love my music. Nobody told me I can't do it. That's not it. I just one day just figured out I could put music and I just started. Like, this is great. So you just got to make sure you don't have copyright violation. Dolly, I think so. They died shortly. They did. Very, very sad. Angie was probably brokenhearted. Good night, Angela. Angela, good night, sweet dreams. Magnolia, Wayne, and Tamara are a couple, a real life couple. Yeah. On screen, they have no chemistry. Well, that's who he's dating, and he's been dating her for a minute too. Um, I think maybe after Emily B. I don't know how soon it was after he broke up with Emily, but yeah, he said on the podcast they were dating. That he was on. They didn't mention any further about the key. Dave just asked her, did she call? Yeah, at the end, because when he said that, I thought, okay, Dave, because you walking up in my house, Amber's car is sitting outside, and you're walking up in here. I mean, that's how I took it. Like she saw Amber's big car out there, but you still want to just walk in, and I mean, she's used to just walking in, but she has to know something happened because they went to Charlotte together. I mean, nothing happened in Charlotte, but they went to Charlotte together, and Melissa knows that. So I would think that if she sees Amber's car in the driveway, wouldn't she want to think, is it okay? Because he said, did you try to call? And I actually put, I don't usually go to the end. I mean, I look at the whole thing, but I'll clip a piece of something to make a short. I actually clipped the end piece of that skit because Dave said, did you call? Because that was important. Amber tried to address it, but Dave deflected on it. He kept deflecting, but he also said while he was deflecting, he said, Amber can come when she wants. And I'm going, well, wait, where are the boundaries here? You have Melissa walking in the house and you're telling Amber she can come anytime she wants to. And then I know I made a comment about boundaries. But then after I started seeing what was going on with Melissa, it was like, oh, thank you for the wine, Gwen. It was like, oh, so Dave was going to walk Melissa to the door, but Melissa said she'd let herself out and use her key. That's a bar. I'd like to see that one. I'm going to watch that again because I want that interaction between those two. That was full of clues, full of we call them nuggets, but that was full of clues. So probably missed some today because I've been talking so much. Magnolia, Are Wayne and Tamara a couple? They are. But Magnolia, you can answer that. And yes, I just woke up. Carol says, um, DCC, I'm sorry, Deep, that it is felt within and can't be without one another. Yep. So, oh, you were asking Carol. Okay. My bad. My bad. My bad. I'm sorry. Don't get me. Don't get me, Magnolia. Okay. Sabrina says, I just woke up too. You were still on. I'm getting ready to go to bed because I'm tired. Before you walk out of my life. Okay. And that is also Monica. You guys are good. Thank you. Have a jam session up in here, right? Before you walk out of my life. And then I was looking for an Aaliyah song, but nothing fit because I like Aaliyah too. Before you walk out of my life. But I really wanted that Tamia song. And then it wasn't even in the list. I was disappointed. Okay, before you walk out of my life. And I will put these in my phone. Before you walk out of my life. Okay, got it. All right. When they were running to the car, Dee whispered in Erica's ear, why you keep playing these games is a my boo moment. Was that today's skit? Dolly, was that a today's skit? Erica and Dee? Okay. My boo song. Okay, I'll look at it. That was today, right? Oh, and Dee whispered in her ear. They make a nice couple. Tamia, so into you. But my favorite song is You Put a Move on My Heart. And I couldn't get that song because if it's not in the YouTube, I don't know how many songs they have in there because I can find almost anything. But Tamia, I couldn't find anything. So she must, because we'll get a notice like immediately. If that song we can't use it, we'll see a line through it. And that means take the song off because it's a copyright. I like Monica and my daughter likes Tamia. I like them both. My daughter is the Monica Tamia Aaliyah age. I need Amber and Dave short using guests. Now, Lucky Day got me in trouble last time. I got a strike on Lucky Day. Magnolia, did I tell you? I used Lucky Day for the when they were in Charlotte, and I put it out there. It was the blue background, at night. The night Anthony was calling and they were sitting on the couch. I used the Lucky Day song. I put it out there and I got a notification that song, see, some songs can't be played in certain countries. They don't want it. Maybe Russia or whoever, or even the content. But I don't think it strikes on the content because do you know Country Wayne's stuff is around the world, like literally around the world. And that's why people fuss about it being so bad because it gives African Americans a bad image around the world. We're talking other countries watching his stuff. Okay. So I got they made me I had to take off Lucky Day. And the thing about it is that by the time I took Lucky Day off, what was it? I Deserve It. I had to take I Deserve It off. Remember Magnolia? I had put I Deserved It on there. Wait, no, that's not Lucky Day. Or is it? But anyway, I Deserved It or whichever Lucky Day, I had to take it off. And I was like, what? There's nothing wrong with the song, but I had it on there and then I had to recreate the short because I was 1 second over the limit. And you can't be 1 second over. You have to be under a minute. You have to be at the minute mark. And I had to take it down. I took it down. I redid the short. I put it back. And as soon as I put it back, a line went through it. And that was like, his song was the perfect song that I needed. I don't know why they struck. I don't know what happened because the first time it was fine. It was the time. So maybe there were two things wrong with using his song. You know what I mean? Maybe the first thing was the country blocked it. And then, well, when I first put it on, it was fine. but then I had to change it because the time was off. So I changed it and I did it again. And then when I put the song on it, then it got struck on the song. So I said, okay, I'm leaving Lucky Day alone. But I did put it on. And I didn't use guess, but just considering the Lucky Day, I mean, I'll try, but if I put it on and I have to pull it, I'm going to pull it quick. So, because they let you know real fast if you can use it or not. So, Guess by Lucky Day. I did put it back on there, Magnolia. The other one, the other song. Okay, Miss Fatal says, good night, everyone. My wine is taking me down. I'm tired. I'm going to go to bed. We have more comments, but yeah, you saw the post, Dolly. It was deliberate that Melissa walked in and she was trying to catch them because she did see Amber's car out there. She was definitely trying to bust them out. Melissa hates being replaced by Amber. She's going to be worse because he really told her Amber meant something to him. And that's when she crashed out. Nature's Dolly says, that Tamia song has been one of my daughter's favorites for years. Mine too. My daughter, they must be close in age, because that was her group, the women. I can totally see her losing it on Dave and putting hands on him. I hope she doesn't try to start dressing and behaving. Oh, start dressing and kind of like Shayla. I mean, it was so much going on today. Like we've been in here all day, Angela, for the most part. Like just watching these things and seeing what clues are there. And if I tried to do a video on this, I would like burn out. I wouldn't be able to do it. I like Monica. Don't take it personal. I do too. A few days ago, I like Don't Take It Personal. And sometimes I'll just do a search on the artist and look at the songs and see who I want to put on there. I've used Sade. I use some of everybody. I just find the music. Melissa looks like Mommy Dearest. No more wire hangers. Oh my God, ripping up that board. Yeah, she was on a mission. Okay, I'm going to get ready to go, but let me see if I can read this fast. My daughter, yeah, I love me some Alicia Keys. In A minor, that's probably my favorite CD. There's a lot of females that dislike Amber on these skits. Of course there is. Amber is just minding her business as usual. And a lot of times it is personal. They don't like the Amber character. We don't care. I'm Team Amber. I don't care. I mean, do you? You don't like her, you don't like her. And they're going to be skewed. That's You by Lucky Day. I'll try, but I don't know if it's his music itself or the song, because there was nothing wrong with the other song that I heard, but then they put that block through it. I took that thing down quick. So, I mean, I'll try it, but if they strike it, I got to pull it back there, because they don't play. They're not playing about that stuff. So, but I try. I used maybe I Deserve It by Tank. Yeah, you're right. I used that one, but I did use a Lucky Day song, because didn't you ask me to do Lucky Day? I did one, but I had to pull it. I fixed it. I put it back. And then when I put it back, they struck it. And I was like, oh. So the first thing I did was look at the time again. But the time was right. They were striking the song. And some countries, but kind of know who it probably is, that they don't want certain music. And it's like that. There's nothing wrong with the song. If you could think of the song that I tried to use already, that would be cool. I forgot the name of it. It's probably on one of these pieces of paper that I have laying around here. But I did put Lucky Day because I actually liked that song that you gave. I think it was you that gave it to me. My daughter, I put Tank song on one. I put a Tank song on. Boo International Haters. I did use a Tank song. It's tricky to use music on YouTube. It is. I wonder if you use instrumental of these songs, would it be the same? I don't know. A lot of them don't have an instrumental. Like I've even put Taylor Swift on like 4 shorts because she's got such a huge variety of music. So I will go and I will look to see if I can use her song. And I'm not putting Sweet Lady on none of my videos. I might put Sweet Lady. That's not a bad idea, right? I'm going to write it down anyway. But yeah, so selecting the music, you just have to be careful. And even like once in a while, I know, Nonya, I have a confession. When Keith Sweat's album first came out, is why she's a Keith Sweat baby. Oh, okay. Like you some Keith Sweat, huh, Dolly? I love it. My daughter will be 38 this year. Mine's younger, but yeah, the same age bracket. She's there in there. I love Sade, girl. You couldn't take Sade away from me when she first came out. Oh gosh, that was my girl. Alicia Keys was my girl. You don't know my name. I even have a turntable and albums still. I have cassettes. I have the Apple Music, whatever. It's like um I even put Empire State of Mind on a song. Yeah, Sade is awesome. She married a duke. And then after a few years, she finally got away from me. I'm the biggest Sade fan ever. I don't know, Magnolia. I'd give you a run for your money on Sade. Do you remember the song about her car? What was it? Maureen. Maureen is about her car. I don't know if you know that song, but she has a song called Maureen, and Maureen is her car. She named the song after her car. And that is actually one of my favorite songs by Sade. It's Maureen. But she's singing about how her and Maureen go different places, blah, 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 blah. And then by the time you're done, you realize she's talking about her car. They're like buddies, you know. Let's see. I deserve from Tank was the short. Okay, so Dolly, that was me. So that's I got that one for you then. Because I do requests for people, and then after like so many, then you kind of forget who you did what for. But I don't mind. Maureen thought was about her best friend who passed away. I thought it was about her car, but that's about her friend. I'll have to listen to it again then, because all these years, literally, I have thought that was her car. And I don't know why I thought it was her car, but I did. But Maureen was her friend, because she calls it my best friend. So, but I'm going to listen to it again because I know I have it in my phone already. I'm going to listen. But people do make songs about their cars. Did you guys know that? But I'm going to I'll listen to it again, and then maybe I can tell you. I tell her, thanks, KS, for being here. Okay. No, it is about her friend who passed away. Okay, Nature. But I did. Okay, we're going to wrap up. But I did. I have always, all these years, thought Maureen was about her car. Because how they used to hang out and stuff. Because, of course, I'm thinking it's a friend. And I don't know how my mind got twisted. And I thought it was her car. I don't know. But you were my best friend, and for some reason I thought Maureen was her car. But I do love that song. Okay, then I will sing it. Hey, me too, because I play it in my car too. I have a Benz. I play it in my car. But it's a beautiful song. I love that song. And I also like the song. Most people don't know Pearls that she does, but she does that song Pearls, and I really like that. It's very, very slow. And it might be about her mom. But yeah, Maureen is actually one of my favorite songs, and I really did think it was about her car, but it's about her friend. Thank you guys for sharing that with me. I appreciate it. I did. Because like when you're a young woman, I don't know about you guys, but when I was a younger woman, my car was my best friend because it would be me and my car. And I'd be singing music or whatever. Oh, you love Pearls? Me too. I love Pearls. Bulletproof Soul is one of my favorites. Okay. I don't know that one, but okay. But I would be in my car and it would be me and my car, because that's who I had, my car. So I'd be in there jamming in my car, and that was my buddy. We'd be out, we'd be gone, So, but I like Tyrese. I looked for a song from Tyrese for something I was doing, but I couldn't find anything I liked. Because if I don't know the song and it doesn't catch me like off the rip, then I love Kiss of Life also, Sabrina. If it doesn't catch me like right off the rip, then I won't pick it. It has to hit. It has to hit. Now, Sweetest Taboo was the first one to come out when she wasn't it Sweetest Taboo, the first one when Sade hit? Because I know my sister was in love with one and I was in love with the other one. But so we just needed to be good songs. But I haven't used Kiss of Life. I used a different song. I don't remember what it was now. But I did use Sade. I mean, I even used Missing You from Set It Off movie. It was on the list. It was a pro for me to use. So Hang On to Your Love. Was that the first one? Because I fell in love with the one. I didn't fall in love with yeah, I love Your Love Is Stronger Than Pride. I think maybe I just like slower songs, but I did my sister's favorite song was Sweetest Taboo. And then mine was a different one. I can't think of it right off the bat right now, but probably because I'm tired, I can't think of it. But I'll let you guys know. And Hang On to Your Love. I like Hang On to Your Love, but I don't love it, the song itself. Love Is Stronger Than Pride is one of my favorites, but Maureen is probably my first or second strongest. And one kind of song, One of a Kind, Songstress and Woman. She was awesome. Um, I used Jaheim. I did. I used that. I love his voice too. I love Jaheim. So I am into putting my music on there. And then I use Bad Boys for Dom when she went to jail. I use Bad Boys. Your Love Is King. There we go, Magnolia. There you go. There you go. Maureen is so heartfelt. It is. Wow, this is awesome. Hi, Annette. Welcome in. We're talking about music. Oh, Lovers Rock. That's it. That's one of the other songs that I like. That is so cool, guys. Cherish the Day. I love Cherish the Day, Sabrina. I love Cherish the Day. There was a song on there from I love Gerald Levert. Yep, I sure do. So there's so much music. And then like I have so many songs. So sometimes I'll scroll through my list just to refresh my memory. But I like Lovers Rock. Cherish Today. I can sing Cherish Today all day. But there was a song by Sade I used to sing when I was contemplating getting a divorce, and it was by Sade. And like right now, I can't think. Sade is my favorite. Maureen's my favorite song. What do you mean, Gwen? I like Promise. Yeah, it's on the Promise album. The song, that is so crazy. Oh, okay, Gwen. Wow, can you guys believe all of this we have in common? Somebody already broke my heart. Mm-hmm. What about Cheating in the Next Room? I don't know that song. Is that Sade? I'm not playing. I am serious. You guys, look, I came out of LA and I came to the Bay Area. So, I mean, I'm a Sade girl. And then I moved to Monterey. And that is actually when I heard Maureen. That's where Pebble Beach is out in Monterey County in California. And that's when I heard the Maureen song. That song I fell in love with. But there's one that I found. I'll find it because it's on, I think it is it the Promise album that this song is on? And I use that as my breakup song. And it was by Sade. And I would be singing it, and he was there, but I would be singing it, over by myself, like, doing my own thing. And Sade would be playing. Yeah. So with that said, we're out of here. Wow. This is crazy. There you go. It's the sexiest song ever. I love Sweetest Taboo. But anyway, wow. Well, we discovered a lot. I like Johnny Gill. I like Johnny Gill. I think I like men with deep voices, not Barry White deep. Barry White, my cousin was married to Barry White. Glow. You guys know Glow, right? Yeah, she's our cousin. Um, let's see. Johnny Gill can be her sugar daddy. I got a happy feeling from thinking of all the songs. Yeah. But music does that to you. It does. It makes you want to hear the music, and then the music from the good old days. Because I know my 20s were the good old days. Or no, I wasn't in my 20s. I was in my 30s. What am I thinking? That was like 1,000 years ago. But I love Sade. I have a Sade playlist in my Apple Music. Mhm. I do. I do. I do. I do. Yeah, Barry White was married to Glow. We need a music night. That would be fantastic. That's amazing, you guys. I mean, wow. I've never had this much in common about music because, people like all different kinds of music. I like different genres. I don't care. Like I used to hate pop, but if you notice, I used Thank You Next by Ariana Grande. I used that like a couple of days ago. Thank You Next. Who was that? For Tamara when she got dumped by Wayne. I used Thank You Next on that short. And how I got into pop, I have no idea. I probably just heard one song. And then it just kind of, oh, I love Jeffrey Osborne also. I got Close the Door. I mean, I have albums for days and they still work. Jeffrey Osborne has a fabulous voice. So, and let's stop talking about my first husband. Okay, guys? Let's stop. I like Secret Garden. Quincy Jones. I did look at Quincy and I said, is there, but I didn't really look into it because I didn't want to look too deep because I was going fast because I have to play catch up. By the time I get up, you guys have been up 3 hours already. So I love Love Ballad. Girl, who you telling? You think I don't know some Love Ballad? Are you kidding me? I love LTD. I mean, come on now. Come on now. Wow, this is so awesome. Wow. Oh, girl, you're talking about David Ruffin. You're talking about, oh, y'all doing the thing. I'm gonna walk away from love. I'm gonna walk away from love. And I can't sing worth a lick. But I love Eddie Kendricks. I love David Ruffin. There's one album. Eddie Kendricks did one. He did an album. I love the Isley Brothers. Eddie Kendricks has a Soul Felt album, and it was to his wife, the one that helped him through his addiction and all that stuff. But that is like one of the best albums also when he broke away from the Temptations. But and like I love and I use Don't Look Back on something. I use Don't Look Back song by the Temptations because people don't know, when we used to have the small records, the flip side, of the 45 had two songs on it. And Don't Look Back was the flip side of one of their star songs, one of their number ones. And I love Don't Look Back. And I put that on some short, I don't know, I might have even deleted it by now. Isley Brothers, Sabrina. Yeah, I like Eddie Kendricks. What is it? There's a song called Where Do You Go? And I'll sing that sometime to myself. The Temps, Paul Williams. I love Paul Williams and Melvin Franklin. I love Melvin Franklin's voice. Like it is so deep. And Otis, I mean, hey, that was our day, y'all. Remember Mike's song, Seems Like You're Ready to Amber. Seems like you're ready. Let me stop. People can see me around the world. Let me stop cutting up. But yeah. Well, I go back to him. I just decide, yeah, we have 45s and albums, and I have crates of albums. I think I only have 4 crates left now because, like, over the years, they just started disappearing when you move and stuff like that. I think somebody got me for a crate of albums, but it's okay. The skit from Brody and popping up on Pam and seeing her new man. I will look at it in the morning because I am going to crash out and go to sleep. I'm tired. Oh, of course I got Aretha. Ain't no way. I used when Shayla said that Chain of Command or whatever she said, I used Chain of Fools song. I used Aretha's Chain of Fools. I like Dennis Edwards. He's okay, but he's no David Ruffin, you know. and so I kind of like him, but I think I was spoiled on, you know, David. I think I was spoiled. So I guess I couldn't get, I like Dennis, but I couldn't get it because I wanted to hear David Ruffin, I guess. But I mean, Dennis wasn't bad. He was a good singer. So anyway, guys, let's call it a night. I'm exhausted. This has been great. Thank you so much for coming. Wow, we had a music session, and that, oh, ain't no way is the song. That's the song. Mm-hmm. Oh, girl, don't get started with Curtis Mayfield. So in love. You want to see Curtis Mayfield in my phone? Is he in there? You know what? I like People Get Ready, but that's just one of them. I love Kurt. I don't know how many, maybe 3 albums by Curtis Mayfield I have, and he was protester, you know, but he was a singing protester. Good night, everybody. I love you. You guys take care, and we'll see you later. I'm gonna get some sleep. Oh, thank you, Gwen, and I appreciate you. I appreciate what you do, and we got this. So thank you, and just pray that I get monetized. I mean, they don't pay like a ton of money or anything like that, but anyway, it's been fun. You guys, good night. Get some rest because we probably have a long day tomorrow. I think Amber will probably be off tomorrow because, like she says, she loves producing more than she loves you. What? Thank you. Then acting. Good night. Good night, everybody. Talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye. Oh, I hope so, Nature. I hope so. I had a channel I totally forgot about and it popped up. It wasn't supposed to be there. So I had to scratch, like go searching for all that stuff that was, sticking to my page. So I was like, oh, I like Patti LaBelle. I was trying to find a Patti LaBelle song the other day, but it was too loud, but I do like Patti LaBelle. I like the song Patti LaBelle and what's his name? The white dude. They did a song, they did that duet together. It's in my phone. I don't mean to say that white dude, but you know what I mean. But I can't think of his name. But that song is the bomb. I love it. I love it. I love it. I just can't think of his name. Burnout. Good night, you guys. Bye. Yes. Michael McDonald. There you go, Magnolia, saving me again. That song. Michael McDonald. On my own. See? What am I going to do without you guys? Okay? On my own. You guys are awesome. Thank you. I'm gonna go download it now, at least, and put it in my phone. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Good night. Yes. Good night.